Hey everyone, it's Brooke, Diamonds by the Row. Thank you for clicking on this video. In today's episode of Christmas Candy Shop, my MsbutterD and Diamond Art Club, we are going to finish up the Christmas tree right here, and I'm going to start working my way back towards where we originally started with the gingerbread house. We'll see how far I can get today. It's been a very busy week, so it's currently Thursday right now, Thursday morning when I am recording this, and I do have to go to work today, so we'll see how much I can get done. But let's go ahead and get set up and we'll get started on this section. All right, I already have the section open. I'm gonna leave the cover on just because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get most of this done today, or at least this morning. As always, I will be using the Diamond Art Club pen and the special edition Diamond Art Club tray from the Advent calendar. And I think I'll just start like I always do, kind of like a creature of habit. So we'll just start up there in the corner and we'll work our way down. We should have, we will have some specials. We'll have the blue fairy dust, the red fairy dust, and I think, yeah, we have one of the greens over here, so we should have a good bit of specials in here. So we'll go ahead, got my coffee, but make sure I don't spill that. That would be not good. So, let's see. Hello, how is everyone? I hope your week is off to a great start so far. We've had a very busy week. My last video was posted on Tuesday. I'm not sure when this is gonna go up. This one might go up Friday if I can get everything that I need to get done today, Thursday. Then I'll have this one up Friday. I do want to keep on schedule with this canvas. I don't want to get behind, so I need to get back on my regular thing and get back to posting like I used to. But anyways, so we had a busy week. On Tuesday, my husband and I took our adult children to Hollywood Studios. I had mentioned in one of the previous WIP and chats that we took them to Disney's Not So Scary Halloween party this year, and it rained, pretty much was rained out, and they also had a power failure. So Disney decided to give us, I don't know, is that in frame? Yeah, there we go, okay. So Disney just credited our account with free one-day park hopper tickets for everybody. So that was nice. The kids haven't been to Disney in a little bit. My husband and I have passes, but they weren't really into it, so we didn't renew their passes. I don't know how long ago it was, 2 years maybe. So we decided we were going to take them, or we asked them, you know, which park do you guys want to go to? They wanted to go to Hollywood Studios. I would say Hollywood Studios is probably our least favorite. Maybe Animal Kingdom. I'm not sure. One of those, but those two don't really get a whole lot of love from us. They're just not. They're not all-day parks. Honestly, there's not a whole lot to do. Not a lot of rides, and when you do go there, the rides, like the lines are forever in a day because there's just not a lot to do. So everybody kind of just is in the same area, and the rides take forever. So we took them out there. They hadn't, they had never seen Star Wars Land. I don't know how long. It's been around for a little bit, I think. But they had never seen that, so we took them there. We also took them on the Rise of the Resistance ride. It's kind of like a it's not a roller coaster. It's just it's a motion ride. So you get into a car type thing, and it's all computerized. It's runs off of electronics that are on, you know, in the floor. Runs off of like a trackless floor type system. I don't know, I'm probably not explaining this very well. Either way, we took them to do that ride, and they liked it. We also went over and did Toy Story Mania, which is kind of like a my words, it's too early in the morning. I can't even think of what I'm trying to say right now. Toy Story Mania is a kind of like a competition. It's a 3D ride. You shoot little, you know, fake things, and you try to get the biggest score, the highest score that you can. With my husband and I being very competitive against each other, it's just a competition between the two of us. We always like to go and do that to see who wins. The first time I won, the very first time that we ever did the ride, I won, and I won by a lot, which is funny. The last 2 times, he has beat me, but I will say not by much. So he's probably going to hear that and then call me and say that's not true, but that's fine. We'll just wait for him to hear it on the video. So we had fun. Tuesday, you know, we got a lot of steps in. We ended up taking the Skyliner, which is kind of like a gondola type system. They have they have the Skyliner, which runs from Hollywood Studios to some of the resorts, but it also will drop you off at Epcot. So we took the Skyliner, which we had never done before with the kids, and went over to Epcot to go check out their Festival of the Holidays that they're doing. I did finally get a hold of my cookie, which is a hazelnut raspberry Linzer cookie. Oh my gosh. If you go, you have to try it. If you love the Linzer cookies, it has like a raspberry jelly in the center. It is the best. I absolutely love it. I look forward to it all year because they only bring it out, you know, during the holiday time. And that's just what I look forward to every year. So I finally went over there, got my cookie, and was completely happy for the rest of the day. It's the little things, right? So after we did all that, we ended up coming back home and kind of just hanging out, doing nothing for the rest of the day, because that kind of wore us out. I think we left. We like to leave. We got there when the park opened, so that's kind of like what we like to rope drop. We like to get there when the park opens, because I feel like, in my opinion, that's when the crowds are not so bad, and you can get a good chunk of rides done. I feel like everybody starts showing up around 10:30, 11 o'clock, and that's when it gets bad. So we were there, park opened up at 9, we were there in line, and we were out of there what time? I think we finally got back to the car and it was close to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We try really hard to get out of there before rush hour traffic starts on I-4. If you live in Central Florida, you know I-4, and it's terrible, especially down in that area near Disney and Champions Gate and all that. Everybody's aware of I-4 down there that lives here. So we try to get out of there before it gets bad. But the kids had fun, and that's all that matters, is that they were able to do some rides that they wanted to do and go see Star Wars Land. We're not Star Wars fans. I don't actually think I've ever watched any of the movies all the way through. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces here and there, but we are definitely not Star Wars people. So let me know down in the comments, do you watch Star Wars? Do you like Hollywood Studios? What is your, if you go to Disney, what is your favorite, which park is your favorite? What's your favorite ride? Lots of things are happening this week. daughter, after we left Hollywood Studios and once we got back to town, we took my daughter over to where her job is, and she had to pick up her uniform. So she ran in and did that. She got her uniform. However, she received an email yesterday saying that unfortunately the opening has been pushed back to after the first of the year now. There's an issue. They can't get CO on the building. Which doesn't surprise me at all, because it's so hard for companies in this area to open up businesses. Our building inspectors and whatnot, they just make it extremely difficult. It doesn't make any sense. I don't see how, these apartment complexes, and I'm talking massive apartment complexes, can go up in, probably 6 months. I mean, I'm not kidding. We just watched an apartment complex be built, and it is massive. And they threw it up super fast. And I kid you not, probably within 6 months of them starting construction, they have people living in there in the first couple of buildings that they built. I don't understand how an apartment complex that has, thousands of residents can be approved that quickly, but a restaurant cannot. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe there's way more complicated things in I wouldn't think so, though. I mean, not when you're talking about I don't even, how big is that apartment complex? It's got to be at least 4 or 5 stories tall. I don't know, makes no sense, but whatever. So now they're not starting until January 3rd, I think is what the email said. So she was a little bummed out about that, because she was supposed to start training this weekend, and she was looking forward to it, and now she's got to wait until January 3rd, so I don't know. I tell you, our city and county needs to get it together. But it's nothing new, and most everybody around here is aware of it. They know that it's really hard to get approvals and get COs and stuff like that. So no news on that for right now. She's doing pretty good on her diamond painting. I've got to get the 2 canvases from the advent calendar. I still have yet to get those kitted up. I need to do that. I think that's going to be on now that my weekend has cleared up. because my daughter's not going to work, I will be kitting those up and doing videos on them. I think what I want to do is I want to record kind of like a diamond painting for 8-hour challenge, and I want to use both of those canvases as the canvases for that video. I mean, I know I can get the smaller one done. The smaller one will probably take me maybe 5 hours to do. We'll see. The larger one might take a little bit over 8. But that's the plan anyway, is either Saturday or Sunday, or both days, I don't know. I'm going to try to get those done. This weekend, because we have, I have my Dreamer designs. My first purchase with Dreamer Designs should be here Monday. So I'll do an unboxing of that when that comes in. And that'll be fun. And then my Black Friday order from Diamond Art Club shipped out. But for some reason, Diamond Art Club's website or tracking system never tells me what day it's supposed to be here. It's always blank. Every time I go on there, there's never a day. Let me know down in the comments if it's like that for you too. So I don't know when that one will be here, but stay tuned for some unboxing videos coming your way next week. So we'll still do the WIP and chats, so that way I can keep going on this one. This one needs to get done before the end of the year. That's my goal, is to have this one finished by the end of the year. And starting in January, I've still been given some thought as to what I want to do for my 2026 diamond painting. I've seen so many things that, you know, the other content creators, the other YouTubers are doing, and I love all of their ideas. Some of them have like bingo cards, and they write out, you know, different things that they want to complete, and then they, you know, scratch it off or stamp it as time goes on if they get around to it, you know, which I think is a great idea. But since next year is going to be my first year, my first full year, like diamond painting YouTube, I think what I'm going to do is just do a year of first. And I've been kind of like racking my brain as to, you know, what I am going to do. So I have to come up with 12, because I want to do one a month. So I have to come up with 12 different firsts for me. And I'm going to kind of leave it a little open so that way I don't lock myself into something. But I think I should be okay. I can definitely come up with, or should be, but I'm not going to say that, because if I say that, then I'm not going to, then it won't happen. But and as I collect more and more diamond paintings and the stash gets bigger, I'm sure things will change. So I'll be working on that this weekend too. Lots of things to keep me busy. So I think it's currently 5:10 in the morning. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here so that way we can watch this one work up. I'm going to probably do this for an hour, maybe hour and a half. We'll see how far I can get. Before I have to cut it and start getting everything ready so I can go to work to get this house, get everybody situated before I leave so that way everybody's good for the day. So yeah, I'll go ahead and cut it here and we'll be back in an hour or so. Okay, so it has been several hours later. I actually can't tell you how many times I had to stop and start on this section just to get it done. So it is complete. We are done and it is looking good. A lot of the ABs here in the Christmas tree, the star, was really fun to do. There was a lot of color changes in this section, which I think is what took a majority of the time. Even though it doesn't look like there's a lot of colors. So we are going to continue to move this way. We're going to connect back over. Let me grab my tea. So we will connect back over here to the gingerbread house that we originally started at. And this section, I will probably, this right here, this middle section will probably be the next video that I do. I think I'm a little behind on this canvas in order to get it done when I need to get it done by. So I'm probably gonna knock out this entire middle portion right here in the next episode. But I needed to get some content on the channel, so I hope everyone has a wonderful Friday, and I will see you in the next video, and I'll talk to you then. Bye.